Prime Minister Anwar Ibrahim has thanked Rafizi Ramli for his work as Economy Minister, but isn't naming a replacement just yet. Speaking briefly to reporters in KL, Anwar said Rafizi had served very well in the role. He added that a decision on who will take over the economy portfolio will come later.
Saya fikir tak ada keperluan untuk merubah apa-apa setakat ini dan saya ucap selamat mengucapkan kepada Saudara Rafizi yang telah berkhidmat dengan cukup baik sebagai Menteri Ekonomi, dan sekarang saya akan putuskan pada waktunya untuk mana-mana menteri atau kementerian menjalankan tugas.
So status Wadi Nik Nazmi macam mana pula? Dah jawapan?
Saya belum. Saya selalu tunggu, bagi peluang, fikir, renung, dan saya bagi pandangan saya kalau boleh teruskan khidmat. Ya, tapi ada masa lagi, dia habis besok. Dah, tapi awal saya kan 2 Julai. Saya cek tarikh.
Rafizi tu diterima lah.
Ya, kita bagi ruang lah. Kita janganlah pasal mana apa nak suruh terima. Kalau tu masih cuti, tarikhnya belum sampai.
On Saturday, Anwar said he's willing to give the two ministers who had earlier resigned time to reconsider their decisions before officially stepping down from their cabinet positions. He added that ideally, he wants Rafizi and Natural Resources and Environmental Sustainability Minister Nik Nazmi Nik Ahmad to return to his cabinet lineup. The duo had submitted their resignation letters at the end of May following their defeat in the PKR Central Leadership election. Rafizi's resignation will take effect tomorrow, while Nik Nazmi's will come into effect on July 4th. The Attorney General's Chambers is appealing Yusoff Rawther's acquittal over the drug trafficking and imitation firearm charges. In a statement, it said, after taking into consideration the High Court decision, the AGC has filed an appeal notice to appeal the discharge and the acquittal. Yusoff was accused of trafficking 305 grams of cannabis whilst in a vehicle outside the surau at the Kuala Lumpur Police Contingent Headquarters on September 6, 2024. He was also charged with possession of 2 imitation firearms near a condominium on Jalan Bukit Kiara earlier on the same day. On June 12th, the Kuala Lumpur High Court acquitted him on the charges. The judge had ruled that the prosecution had failed to establish a prima facie case on both charges. Previously, the AGC had urged the public to stop speculating and spreading slander. This came amid calls for Yusoff to sue the police and Home Ministry after the acquittal. One of the vehicles believed to be involved in the abduction of Pamela Ling was found abandoned near the Thai border several weeks ago. This is according to the family's legal representative, Sangeet Cordeo. She revealed that the family was informed that one of the cars was seen on CCTV footage abandoned near the Thai border. However, she said weeks later, no updates have been provided on the forensic analysis of items found inside the car. She added that given the obvious possibility that Ling was taken across the border, the family was last informed a few weeks ago that Interpol had not yet been alerted and questioned what the police is waiting for. She also posed several questions to the police. Sangeet asked if MACC officers have been thoroughly questioned and if the police had determined the nature of information that Ling was providing to the MACC and who the interested parties were. She also asked if the police complied with its own standard operating procedures in cases of missing persons and if they had sought any outside specialized or expert assistance. She stressed that while the authorities wait for yet another suspicious disappearance in this country to go cold and be forgotten, the public must widely question and condemn such blatant and selective inaction. Ling, a key witness in a money laundering investigation, was abducted in Putrajaya while en route to the MACC headquarters to provide information. MCA Youth is calling out the government for greenlighting nearly RM500,000 for Dr. Mahathir Mohamad's 2-day trip to Japan. It said this spending spree is a slap in the face of ordinary Malaysians struggling with rising costs and low wages. The allocation covered Mahathir's attendance at the Nikkei Forum last month, along with 6 others. In response, MCA Youth Central Committee member Lee Kok Seng questioned who is really tightening their belts, the people or the so-called reformist leaders. In a statement yesterday, He pointed out that the average Malaysian earns under 25,000 ringgit a year, yet the trip cost nearly 20 times that per person. Breaking it down, he said that's 69,000 ringgit per person for just 2 days. He said, even if you included travel days, 3 nights of hotel stay, business class tickets, daily allowances and meals, it's still impossible to justify such an outrageous amount. He questioned whether they were staying in luxury suites and dining on rare delicacies, given the steep cost. Lee also contrasted this with how small business owners face far more scrutiny for smaller sums. He accused the government of hypocrisy, preaching austerity, but approving lavish expenses for political figures. He urged the government to halt such irresponsible spending immediately, conduct a full review of overseas spending policies, and refocus attention on the needs of regular Malaysians who are struggling daily. BN Chairperson Ahmad Zaid Hamidi has assured that MCA and MIC will be allocated seats to contest in the 16th general election. This comes amidst calls for the parties to quit the BN coalition. Zaid also reiterated that BN would continue contesting under its logo in the next general election. He said this after officiating the Port Dickson UMNO Division delegates meeting last night. He added that although the election is still some time away, this is the decision BN has made. Zaid stressed that the contributions and sacrifices of MCA and MIC must not be forgotten, as these parties were instrumental in sustaining BN during UMNO split in 1987. Given their challenges, Zaid says it would be inappropriate for BN to abandon them. He also expressed confidence that all component parties would continue to work together to reinforce the coalition. Last Thursday, the Alostar MCA passed a resolution at its delegates meeting urging the party's central leadership to withdraw from BN and the government. However, the MCA central leadership has yet to respond to the resolution. MCA has called on BN Chairperson Ahmad Zaid Hamidi to provide clarity on the coalition's direction for the next general election. In a statement today, MCA Vice President Tan Teck Cheng said the remarks that BN will contest under its own banner did not provide a clear direction for the national polls. He stated that what BN grassroots and member parties are most concerned about is whether BN will work together with the unity government or Pakatan Harapan to jointly face the next general election. He added that this is the question that Zaid should be addressing. Tan stressed that, as MCA Secretary General Chong Sin Woon stated earlier, MCA has in fact given BN more than 2 years since GE15 to make adjustments and set a clear direction for GE16. Yet BN still has not issued any clear guidance. Meanwhile, in response to Zaid's remarks that MCA may have the opportunity to contest in the next election, Tan said his party's leadership has not commenced seat discussions in detail with other BN parties. With this, he urged Zaid as coalition chief to consult and negotiate seat allocation with all BN component parties rather than announcing it unilaterally.